Asali cabre, traimin copo d'agua, asali cabre.
My father, who's going to be 88 next month, wrote his autobiography to give out to the family about 5 years ago, and I took it down to the Pepper Tree bookstore, and they weren't interested in that, but they really liked his artwork, and we had a little show down there. And we filmed that, and it sort of evolved from there. The more I talked to my dad, the more stories he told me of adventures he had had when he was young, about his adventures in the Navy during World War II and on the Lower East Side when he was a kid.
Is that where you were born, or did you move there?
Yes, I was born on the Lower East Side of New York, the ghetto. Actually, it took me 18 years to get out of there. But that's all that I wanted to do, get out of New York.
So what was it like growing up on Orchid Street and Broome Street in the Lower East Side?
Well, one of the things I saw when I was playing in the backyard of the tenement that we lived in, the tenement next door, and there was a man climbing up to the second story fire escape. And then he climbed up on the railing of the fire escape. And his coat was very long, it almost came down to his ankles. He wrapped the coat, or with one big sweeping motion, he wrapped the coat around himself and held it tight, and then he jumped.
Tell them about your theory of surreptitious art.
Oh, yeah, I read an article by Eric Hoffer, you know, the longshoreman philosopher, who said that modern art was wonderful by eliminating all the rules and requirements for art. Anybody can do art. Anybody can make art. You don't have to go to Paris or go to a university or study for years. Anyone can do it. And I thought, man, that's a wonderful idea. That's exactly what I think. So I decided that I would make drawings as I felt like it. As I had a subject or I had something to say, I make these drawings, and I keep them for myself. I keep them simply to remind myself. This was, I call it surreptitious art, because it was hidden from the normal procedures, the normal artistic.
So, do you think anyone can draw?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Anyone should draw.
Well, why is that? Why is it important?
Because it relieves stress, for one thing. It gives you a sense of yourself. You learn more about yourself when you do it. And you actually have something to be confident about.
Is it important that other people see that? Is it a form of communication?
No, it's not. It isn't. Nobody has to see it. You're doing it for yourself, that's all. You have to see it. That's about it.
This documentary is a portrait of you. How do you feel about being the subject in a film?
She did it. I would never have done it, but she did it all.
It's just a really good story, and I don't know. I thought that I'd like to share it with other people. And I've been going to films and the film festival. I've always been passionate about watching films all my life, and it was just nice to try and make my own film for a change. See if I could do it.
If your documentary was made into a movie, who would play your father?
Tony Curtis.
No, he's too old.
Who would play your daughter? Well,
Angelina Jolie.
Angelina.